Hey crew, it's Brad here, the developer of the app CrewCall, a time tracking solution purpose-built for the film industry. Today I'm going to take you through setting up Production Link. This allows you to seamlessly integrate with the production office. All you need to do is log your hours and you're done. What are we waiting for? Let's get started. I'm going to assume that you've already downloaded CrewCall from the App Store. In your home screen, you should have already set up your user profile. So I'm Audrey Rains, I'm a second AC, and I'm in camera department. The next step is to create a link. So from the home screen, you tap the side menu and you press link. In here, you'll be able to enter the 8-digit sync code that the production office has provided to you. I'm going to enter the sync code. And then I'm going to hit connect. This will show you the job info such as job name, production company, and the contact person. There is a little disclaimer here that tells you by linking with this job, you agree to share your user profile, your equipment, your work days, and your mileage with the production office. Rest assured, only information related to this job will be uploaded to the server. Everything is end-to-end encrypted and protected with AES-256 encryption when stored on the server. Tap Create Link and you'll have success. This screen tells you a little rundown of how everything works and what you can do now. When we leave this screen, you'll see here that a job has been created. If you tap and hold on the job and select Edit Job, you'll be able to browse the job settings. By linking a job, your overtime calculation, overtime rules, which includes things like 6th day and 7th day overtime, as well as Saturday and Sunday penalties, your night loadings, and your turnaround times have all been flagged and set up. If we go back to the info screen, this is where you set your 8-hour rate. Now, as you can tell by the overtime calculation here, we use an 8-hour rate as our base, and then there's 2 hours of time and a half, 2 hours of double time, and then triple time until you wrap. On this production, the rate that has been negotiated includes single time and time and a half, making a 10-hour day. If you have negotiated a 50-hour rate with production, the best way to input it into CrewCall is to divide that 50-hour weekly rate by 5. Let's say that our 50-hour rate is 1800 and we divide that by 5. That means our daily 10-hour rate is 360. In CrewCall, we could enter 360, but you'll see this is our 8-hour rate and 360 is our 10-hour rate. So in that instance, we use rate assist, which is where you say my agreed rate is 360 and it is for a 10-hour day. Automatically, rate assist will calculate your single time rate and your time and a half rate. You hit accept, done. So that is your 8-hour rate and it tells you all your breakdowns below. Then hit save, and Audrey is now set up, ready to log hours for this feature film. The next step is to start logging your work days. If I tap on feature film, I'll be able to start logging my work days. Today is Monday and also our first shoot day. So I'm going to tap on shoot day, and there you have it. The first shooting week and the first shoot day has been created. The next step is to start logging hours. In here, I can log my call time, my wrap time, I can change meal break duration, as well as when the meal break started. I can also log travel time. If you need to make finesse adjustments to your times, you can tap to the right and the left on the slider. This will move in small increments so that you can get the precise time. You've also got the option of tracking equipment, so you can log that you had your camera van in use this week. There is also a notes section for any notes and an ability to log your mileage. Now all I need to do to send this to production is exit the app. You'll see if we now go back into Crew Call, you'll see the last time that we uploaded to the server. That's all you need to do, and your times will be instantly submitted to production every time you leave the app. Often what happens is one crew member will track times for their entire department. This is where multi-user mode comes in. Let's tap the plus button up here and make a user profile for our first AC. Again, it's time to set our 8-hour rate. Tony has negotiated a rate of $2,100 with production for a 50-hour week. So we jump into calculator, divide 2,100 by 5 to get 420. Then we tap on Rate Assist and enter 420 for 10 hours and hit accept. 8-hour rate has been created. Now we'll make an account for our DP. Our DP has negotiated a flat weekly rate with production. So for our 8-hour rate, we're just going to set it to 0. I'm going to show you how to sort that out later when logging workdays. I'm going to change back to Audrey with a swipe gesture. Now it comes time to add new users to the workday. So if I tap on Jobs down here and go into my feature film and go into Shoot Day 1, you can see up here there's the Crew tab. So if I tap Crew, you'll have a list of all the crew members that are in Crew Call. So if Tony Almeida worked today, I can tap on his name. He'll instantly be added to the workday with the same call and the same wrap time as Audrey has. And then if I want to add our DP Jack, I can tap his name and he's also added with the exact same settings. Let's say that Tony finished a little bit earlier than Audrey. We jump over to the Labor tab and we can tap the name button up here. Here you'll see a list of all other crew members working on this day. If I tap Tony, I'm currently now logging hours as Tony. So I can tweak my wrap time to be 30 minutes earlier, and Tony might have had a little bit of a pre-call. Now when I go look at the Crew tab, you can see there that Audrey's times are different to Tony's times. Jack, our DP, might have been called later and wrapped when camera wrapped. So we go over to Labor, change our user to Jack, then we change his call time to call time, and we change our wrap to his wrap time. There you can see everyone has different times logged. Because Jack is our DP and he was on a flat rate, you'll see here that no income has been logged. The best way to approach fixed fees for a weekly rate is to use flat rate override. Tap down here and you'll be able to enable or disable your flat rate. Tap enable and we'll set Jack's flat rate. He's agreed to $5,000 a week with production. So let's divide that by 5 and set his flat rate to 1,000. If we want, we can tap this button here and set Jack's default rate to 1,000. You'll now see that Jack's income is correct for this work day. It's a fixed fee of 1,000. If we wanted to log the rest of the work week, we can go back to days and we can simply add in a shoot day. There's shoot day 2 and add another shoot day 3. I'm currently Jack and I'd need to log times for Tony and Audrey, and we'd like to do the same on shoot day 3. Again, because Jack is using a flat rate, we need to jump over here and just enable his flat rate. And we'll need to do this for each shoot day as he is on a fixed fee. But for the others such as Tony and Audrey, their income will automatically be calculated. So if he wraps a bit later, there we go, our overtime is automatically updated. And the same goes for Audrey. We'll go back to our jobs and you can see our last sync was today at 10:49. Crew Call will automatically sync whenever you leave the app, but if you ever have any issues, you can tap and hold and press Force Sync. We'll keep an eye on this, and then it will update shortly There we go. It's updated. So now all the hours we have logged for Audrey, Tony, and Jack are in sync with production. At the end of each week, you might want to share timesheets or reports with different members of your department or with production. If you go into this, you can see that this is part of week 1. So we can tap and hold and go weekly timesheet. Single user will export it just for the current user, who is Audrey, or multi-user will export it for the entire department. Let's tap multi-user and we'll select with calculations. We can get in here and you'll see all of our times have been pre-filled. The calculations option automatically fills out this office use only section of the timesheet. And you'll see here that we have timesheets for Audrey, Tony, and Jack, all with their dedicated times that we logged. Many timesheets often have a crew member and a department head signature. So CrewCall supports the ability to add signatures. If we go over to our user profile, you can tap the signature button down here. I'll add a signature for Audrey. I'll change to Tony and I'll add a signature for Tony. I'll change to Jack and add a signature for Jack. If you tap up here, you can access the user list and you'll be able to see each crew member. You'll be able to see the jobs that they've done and how many work days that they've done. If you would like to organize crew members, you can sort up here by job title, by department, or by name. Relating to timesheets, you might want to set a head of department. Tony, our first AC, is the head of department, so we can tap and hold on his name and set as head of department. You'll see this little icon which represents that he is the head of department. So now, if we go back to our jobs, tap and hold on a work day, select weekly timesheet for multiple users with calculations. Our timesheets, again, are pre-filled, but we now also have our signatures. So this is Audrey's timesheet, signed by Audrey, signed by Tony as a department head. Jack's timesheet, signed by Jack, Tony as department head, and so on. If you need to share this with any crew or production, simply tap the share sheet and away you go. That should be enough to get you started using CrewCall. But if you go to your home screen, you can tap the side menu and go to Learn. In here, you'll find a whole bunch of videos that have been made that teach you about the specific features of CrewCall. I advise you to check these out, particularly the multi-user mode. This goes into detail about logging times for multiple crew members of the same department. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to get in touch. You can go to the side menu and press Contact Us and get in touch. Just pop in your email, subject, and a message, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks.